Hello everybody, Silver Pyro back to you today, this time with a redstone tutorial. Um, you've probably seen, if you guys subscribe to Impulse, I know a lot of people who have come and seen one of my videos, the Telltale Heart Design, were sent my way from Impulse. Very big thank you to him. Um, this is kind of a thank you to him. This video I made an addition to his 1.8 infinite villager spawner design, which you probably recognize behind me. Probably wondering what this monstrosity is, though. This is a storage system that kind of answers a little issue that he pointed out that you will have if you build this and try an AFK for too long at the spawner. You can build up too many entities and it can crash out the server or the single player world. But what this will do is it will actually automatically shut off the spawner. And then you can also dispense from it as well. That's what this center tube is here. But I am going to, and it is completely configurable too, so if you find that you can hold more in it than what it is set to right now, you can change it so that it will hold more. You can just widen out these tripwire lines out farther and it'll hold more in it before it shuts those off. And now it will temporarily shut off when a villager comes through into it, but that's a temporary thing. It's literally probably a second, maybe. And I know this thing doesn't produce villagers quite that fast. I don't think any villager spawner system will, actually, to be honest. But so you could even build this thing in the spawn chunks and the whole system in the spawn chunks, leave it loaded all the time, not have to worry about it. Not have to worry about getting too many villagers overcrowding your chunk and crashing it out. But enough of me rambling. Let's get on to building this thing. I need this, and I'm just gonna kind of come over this way. If you decide, because you can actually put this anywhere, if you decide that you want to build it like I have it here, and you want even more than what this is actually built to hold, you can expand that way and side to side, but don't go over this area right here, because that will actually cause your spawner to not work. So you can just kind of extend everything that way. But I'm going to kind of come over this way a little bit. But again, like I said, the build that or the way I've got it set, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And it's actually an 11 by 10, because I found that if I did an actual 11 by 11, the very center block did not have water in it. And I am actually going to just go ahead and change that. And you want the center block to have water in it as well, because otherwise you won't keep them hopping, and the villager dispenser system on this will not work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is just going to be the floor right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to go ahead and get this done, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, that's the floor and the first layer of the wall. Next thing you do, because like I said, this is a 11 by 10, which actually makes it a 9, I think, 9 by 8. Water actually only flows about 8 blocks, I think, or not even quite that, but it will it doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. But anyway, then you just put your or build in the rest of your little storage on it. You set your whatever block. You can actually even build the floor out of whatever block you want. You can set these here like I have them over on that one, or you can set them a little bit wider. It really just is up to your personal preference on how many and how much you feel that your world or your server can handle in a loaded chunk. If you find you're starting to get some lag issues in that area, I would actually knock it back down to the next section down. But then you want to go ahead and, like I said, put it in the water. You want to go ahead and throw the tripwire hooks in. Go ahead and connect them up. And this system is actually relatively simple. It's not really overly complicated. About the most complicated thing was keeping the water from coming down and having something get in the way, which is actually going to be just piggybacked signs. And I don't remember how many of these I did. It was one more, I believe. No, don't need any stuff on it. But then you go ahead and put in your roof. And that is on that block, okay. Now the next part of it, that one is temporary, don't need that. So is that one. Throw in your dispenser, and then since you can't put redstone on glass, oh, don't do that. Can't put redstone on glass. No, don't need you there. Then you need some sort of block for this area, and this will be, go ahead and chuck your water bucket in there. This is going to be your little dispenser for your villagers. You throw a sign here, carry it up however far you need it to go, and then the reason I put a sign here is because you're going to obviously need to stop the water from going all the way back down into it. But this is actually most of the way done right here. All you got to do is fill in the rest of the, I keep hitting the dispenser. Fill in the rest of the roof, and then hook up your villager input from the spawner. And the way I've got it set, I mean, again, this is, you can change this around a little bit. You don't have to do it exactly, but you do have to make sure that this block right here is elevated 1, because if you don't, then when you take the input from these and run it off wherever, you do, and by the way, you do have to invert the signal, because you want the you want this to be open by default, and then when it gets filled up, it will be it's an OR gate, basically. Very simple one. Well, they are pretty simple actually, but you'll want not that, not that. Wow, my mouse is really bugging me today. But yeah, this is going to be your on-off output, your words are very good to have. Yeah, that thing. Input for your villager dispensing. And this will be your input for, oh, don't need that. for your villagers themselves to come in from your oh, and make sure that you have a sign here so that if your water is shorter than 8 blocks, it won't go down into there, because doesn't always, but can kind of mess things up. Plus, you don't want villagers trying to swim up against it. It's better to just drop them into a water pool. But that is the basics of it right there. Like I said, you just take your input, close this in, and say, for instance, there is a upshaft right here. Then get yourself some water. Toss it right there. And then close it. Don't fall in the process. And that's the system done. It literally is that simple. And you can even, let's see here, just need a, well, I guess we can just use this. There, turns that on. And then turns it back off. But if you liked what you saw, show the like button, something love, poke it in the eye. If you really loved it or you want to see future episodes, don't let the subscribe button feel left out. Poke it right in the eye as well. But this has been Silver Pyro, and I will see you all in the next one, or the next video.